I'm Steve Morris. I want to introduce you to some amazing teachers who are using choice boards in their classroom. All the way from a kindergarten teacher up to an AP Science high school teacher. So let's check it out and see what they have to say. How are you using choice boards in your classroom?
So we have created choice boards for essentially all of the things that would take the place of direct instruction and independent practice. So we break down every single unit into what skills that they need, and then we give them boxes for different activities where they can choose what they want to work on and when they need to work on it.
Well, we started doing it in order to incorporate DOK, questioning, and to try to figure out all the components of Wonders. So we were able to take the Wonders questions and resources they had, figure out the DOKs, and then we were able to create choice boards for students to approach their small readers.
And we use the map data results to be able to assign different levels for different kids, so that way the ones who are higher are challenged and the ones who are struggling can still be successful.
Choice boards are used in various different levels in my classroom. They are basically for every unit. Students are given a choice board to look at what level of depth of knowledge they want to work at, and they get their choices throughout the unit. They get it on the first day, and then they get the day that it's due, and then every day in class they are allowed to choose which activity they're going to work on. While in class, they have to fill out a Google form, which tells me what they're exactly going to be working on that day, and that's how I can keep track of who's doing what every day in class.
So the choice boards are being used during center time. It keeps the kids going on like different activities during the time that I'm reading, and they have some activities to do while they're being independent away from me.
Now that you're using choice boards, what benefits have you seen?
The number one benefit that I see, it makes me emotional. My kids are taking ownership over their learning. And it's just so awesome to see these 6-year-olds blossom from where they come in. Sorry, Christy. It's just awesome, and it amazes me. And every year at the beginning of the year, I've been doing this for about 3 years now. At the beginning of the year, it's a struggle, and I say, I'm not going to get them there. But every day, I introduce the menu right at the beginning of the year, and every day we come down to the carpet and we talk about what worked that day and what didn't work, and what do we need to do to adjust as a class to make it something where the kids can have that choice. But it just amazes me where they're at, and they come so far.
I think the greatest benefit is classroom management, and as a teacher, just freedom. We're not exhausted because we are working with kids who want to be there, who are ready to learn, and who are engaged because they are able to work on the things that they need to work on instead of being forced to work on things that they've already mastered.
I actually have seen a lot. The kids have gone much more in depth. At the beginning of the year, of course, when I worked with my AP students, they felt that they just had to do every task in order and just like they would, because that's how AP kids are. They just want to tell me what to do, tell me when to do it, how to do it. But as the year went on, I found that the kids started to immerse themselves more and more into the choice boards, to the point where in this last unit of the year, the students chose to do their own form of assessments, and the quality of work that's been created has been amazing. So I find that the kids definitely have improved with their level of engagement with the curriculum.
Like I said, I definitely see them really making a choice that goes well with their goal, and just making a choice knowing that they're going to, it's going to lead up to accountability and then having to turn it in. So they know, like, I better not be doing the wrong activity, I better be making a good choice for myself.
I think the one I've seen because I have the English learners that are phase 1 level, phase 2, they've been more successful because it's flexible. I mean, even though we tell them you have a choice from these questions, we can still allow with them flexibility, and if they can only answer 3 at one point, they have a goal. They set a goal to answer just 1 more the next time they do it. So that was a nice aspect. My lowest struggling ones were still successful, and my higher ones were kept challenged, and then they would challenge me because they wanted, like you said, they wanted to be able to not just do Google Docs, they wanted to do, we did storyboard at one point. I mean, we started introducing other aspects because they're just eager to just try new things. And so we fed into that. So the higher ones kept getting challenged, And the ones that were struggling were still successful and still meeting the needs. I think I've had more success with it than just a to-do list.
And it opened up our classroom too for small group time. Like I could pull back my small groups and they're doing what they need to be doing and they're all engaged and getting work done. So it was a nice addition to the day.
And the collaboration factor. It was nice to see them collaborate. And you can hear them and share ideas with one another, but yet when you got the choice boards, they owned their work. It wasn't just a replica of every single one of them. They would put in their own words, but they were just there to bounce ideas off each other.
Lastly, what would you tell other teachers who are just thinking about using choice boards in their classroom?
I would say it's a really great way to keep the kids like accountable, but giving them choices, and knowing that the choices are really coming from you to better their their learning, or to better them or help them in their strive to get to their goal.
Jump in and just do it. It's a little bit scary at first because you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm giving up all this control. Are they going to do what they're supposed to be doing? And you kind of freak out, but they do it. And so I know that at King, we have been collecting our data as they are going through the choice boards. We're doing the formative assessment process. We're giving quizzes, and the results are the best we've ever seen. So it is scary, but let go and see how it goes. And you could always make adjustments if things go awry.
Not to be afraid.
And not to make it harder than it is. We really pulled at the beginning, we pulled from the Wonders. So we were taking questions right from what Wonders offered, and then as we got more comfortable with it, we were able to expand and change it to meet our needs and our class's needs. But at first we were like, whoa, let's just upload the activity cards from Wonders. Let's just use these questions that go with these readers. And then once we started,
and paste.
Yeah, it was copy and paste. So it wasn't as hard as we thought it would be when she started knocking them out in our training. And she's like, okay, this unit's done. We're like, yes.
Yeah.
But then as we started talking about it, collaborating amongst ourselves, we're like, oh, well, why don't we start adding this to the bottom? Or why don't we give them this link? And so it just comes naturally if you don't stress out about it in the beginning.
Persevere. The kids will get there. If you give them that responsibility, they will get there. It takes time and it takes a lot of guidance, but you'll be so proud of them and they'll be proud of themselves.